Today I'm taking you through a full upper body workout as part of this next 8-week Hyrox adventure, as well as a full day of eating to lose weight in the process. So let's weigh in. We are currently weighing 102.8 kg, which is give or take 2 kilos down since the last video update that I've done. So I don't know what it is, but my fucking sleep lately has been dog shit. I used to be someone who took great pride in how quickly it took me to fall asleep and how long I was able to stay asleep, but for some reason that just hasn't been the case. Actually, ever since I bought this fucking coffee machine. I'm pretty sure it's not that, because I've been drinking caffeine for a very, very long time with almost no issues at all. And the best guess that I have as to why this is all of a sudden happening is simply down to the impending lunar eclipse. So ChatGPT reckons it's stress, but what would I expect ChatGPT to know? It's basically just a word processor. But whatever it is, it needs to fucking stop. In case you're wondering why I'm taking pre-workout, it's because I'm going to the gym soon. So we're switching it up on this channel for meal number, well, we're actually not, we're just reverting back to what I usually did. What was that? Oh wait, I live alone. So the last time I made porridge, it fucking exploded in the microwave, so I've been making it in a pot ever since. However, the one annoying thing about making it in the pot is that if you stop stirring this bastard for maximum 5 seconds, it gets stuck to the bottom, and it ain't coming off. So into the mix, we've got some protein powder, blueberries, some grapes. If anyone starts putting fucking grapes in porridge and claiming that they did it first, I'm not having it. I'm just not having it. I've been putting grapes in porridge since I was yay high. It's crazy. Who keeps fucking farting? One, but not the whole thing, but one banana. Not Donkey Kong yet. Then finally, to top it all off, some coagulated honey. God, it looks rotten. Fucking come on. Oh, it's fucked. This actually isn't even worth it. Oh, fucking come on. And yes, it's entirely intentional that I put all the ingredients into the pot because I will be eating it out of the pot also. Not with a wooden spoon. Give me a second. But why would I put it into the pot, then waste some of my limited cutlery just to eat it out of something else? Pot does the job just fine. What's it, not socially acceptable now? Right, so we are here in the gym and we are going to go for the 70 kilo flat dumbbell bench press for probably the first time in 4 years. The last time I did this weight was in Dubai, almost certainly 4 years ago, if not 5. So having got 60 kilo dumbbells for 11 reps a couple of days ago, I fancy my chances of getting 6 or 7. So admittedly, the song for this one isn't like any of the other songs that I've done from my top bench sets in previous YouTube videos. It's not rock, it's not metal, it's We Don't Need Mr. Jam remix. It's like a remix of the Pink Floyd song Another Brick in the Wall. It hits different, good different. Set number 1, we got the 70 kilo dumbbells for 7 repetitions. I told you I was going to do it for 6 or 7 repetitions, we got 7. Set number 2, probably not going to get the same, but sure, look, we'll have a go. Six. Better than expected. So I had a TikTok during the week, YouTube Shorts as well. I actually think it did more views than YouTube Shorts, where I said, this is the only structure that you need for a perfect upper body workout. And we're gonna stay true to that structure in today's session. So first off, we had a flat press. Second exercise is a lat pull down variation. Don't overthink it. If you want to do overhand, if you want to do underhand, if you want to do neutral, close or wide, pick whatever one you prefer. I just happen to prefer the shoulder width mag grip, but that's me, hey? Let's full stack it. That
that was full stacked. All right, hopefully you can catch a glimpse of the fact that I'm not lying about the fact that it's, how many times am I going to say the word fact? That it's a full stack. That threw me off because full stack rhymes with fact. So admittedly, most of the time after my first exercise, because I come into the gym, I get really psyched up for my first exercise. Sometimes the intensity tends to, or the desire to live rather, tends to drop off the further I go through the session. And sometimes you have the luxury of using a machine that's very, very easy to set up. I fucking love this incline press in Federation Gym, namely because I can do a neutral grip, which I find to be a little bit more comfortable than doing a pronated, whatever you call that, pronated grip. So I find a little bit of a better contraction with my chest. I can get a little bit deeper with it, but more comfortably, more importantly. So that's the third exercise, an incline chest press, incline machine chest press. You can substitute by all means a barbell, Smith machine or dumbbell. So one thing I have to call myself out with, or out on, is when I do incline barbell press or incline dumbbell press, I get so caught up with the weight that I'm lifting, because I, truth be told, like the set of 70 kilo dumbbells, I really enjoy lifting as heavy as I possibly can, just getting into that mental frame and pushing myself to obscene limits. That tends to carry over into my incline press. But what can happen is when I'm pressing, you'll notice that my chest is trying to default, or my arm path is trying to default to where my chest is strongest to help me to lift the most amount of weight on an incline. If you're looking to target the fibers of your of the upper chest, you should be looking to keep not necessarily an extremely tucked elbow position, but it would be somewhere between fully flared out like this and fully tucked in like this, so somewhere around 45 degrees. So you ideally want to maintain, it's hard to do it with the handle here, but an arm path that looks similar to that, as opposed to what you might see on some of my incline presses. When the weight gets really heavy, my elbow tends to flare out wide like that. And then that just mimics more of a flat press than an actual incline press. So not fully tucked by your side, not massively flared out, somewhere in the middle at about 45 degrees will be perfect for most. For a very long time, I used to do a single arm dumbbell row. Strangely enough, rowing to the same side of which my front leg was. But logically, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Logically, if you're to do the single arm dumbbell row, you would leave a gap on the side that you're rowing. So what that looks like for me is my non-working side leg is forward and my working side leg is back. So you leave a little bit of a gap here that allows your torso to twist, to rotate, to get a little bit of an extra stretch on the lats without hitting the dumbbell on the way up off your leg. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You can see some people will take this position where both legs are an equal distance back. I just find I'm not able to lift as much, and well, my ego is important to me when I lift, so I'm going to do a position that allows me to plant myself a little bit more stably, firmly, and ultimately row the 60 kilo dumbbells with ease. Right, so we hit 60 kilo one arm row for 10 easy repetitions. So we're going to crack out the 70s again, see how many we can do. Probably more than 6 or 7 is my guess. With back done, chest done, it's now time for side delts, but I think I've just had enough of free weights. I've had enough of dumbbells in general for today. So the side delt exercise of choice is going to be a dual cable lateral raise. See, my opinion on this changes all the time. So while today it might feel a bit nicer, tomorrow it might not. All right, we had too many reps in the tank. Gonna have to up it one on the stack from 3 rungs, I don't know what you call them, 3 bricks, to 4. Second last exercise of this pretty ideal upper body workout, overhead tricep extension. You can do any tricep exercise that you want. Could be a skull crusher, could be a push down, could be dips if you wanted to. I'm just doing overhead extension today for no other reason than I think it's going to be the one that just feels the best. A bicep exercise I've become a massive fan of recently is a facing away from the cable stack, one arm cable curl. So it's like, you've seen me do a dual behind the body cable curl before. This is basically just a single arm version of that, but I find I can give a little bit of better attention to each arm at the same time. So referencing the dual, it's called a Bayesian curl, I call it a dual behind the body cable curl. Some people can find it a little bit uncomfortable on the shoulder to do it tandem, to do it 2 at the same time. So if that is you, and you don't particularly like that, you don't feel as though you can get as good a contraction, swap the single arm, see if it's any better. If it's not, ditch it for another exercise. There's literally 1,000,001 bicep curl exercises that you can do, so there's not a single one that you need to do. So you can't always base the efficacy of an exercise based off of the pump that you get, but sometimes you can. And on this occasion, I'm choosing to. And this is why right now, this cable curl variation, for at least the next 2 weeks, I consider to be an S-tier variation. S-tier is good, isn't it? I'm getting too old for TikTok lingo. Nearly 28, well, not for another few months. Right, let's get the overexposed physique update, shall we? I got a semi-dodgy hair. I got a semi, just period, I got a semi. I got a semi-dodgy haircut the other day because I was just walking down the street in Manchester and stopped at a random £15 haircut place, which is never a good idea, by the way. If you're going getting a haircut based off of the fact that it's the cheapest in town, cheap for a reason. So that's the session over and done with. Next order of business, I have everything I need for a full day of eating except for tender stem broccoli. You'll ideally never want to get the ones straight at the front because they're the ones that have been pawed the most. One more thing. So I'm generally a big fan of Manchester as a city, but the weather, I'm nearly certain it's worse than it is in Limerick, which is fucking bad. I remember some sunny days in January. I don't think there's been a single one in this city in the last month. It's a bit bleak, but aside from the atrocious weather, as a city, it's probably one of my favorites. So one thing you'll see I didn't pick up in Sainsbury's was was a 4-pack of Monster, which I usually would. But the reason for that was the last time I was in Sainsbury's and tried to pick up a 4-pack of Monster, I got refused based off of the fact that I didn't look over 25, which I'm not mad about, but I was pissed about, if you get me. So we are back at the humble abode, and in the interests of complete and utter transparency, because this is a full day of eating, not a half day of eating. My fucking hair. That wasn't the barber's fault, by the way, that's the wind. Okay, some of it's the barber's fault. Anyway, we have a Fanta Zero. Cold, it's the last one in the fridge. It's not one of the warm ones that I just picked up in Sainsbury. I'm not an animal. Well, I am, but not that, you know what I mean. Apologies for the ASMR. Someone left a comment on my last full day of eating saying that it was a sin to put the rashers and the eggs in the same pan. So I want you to know, whoever you are, maybe you can comment again. For you and for you alone, I'll cook the rashers first. Great plan on paper, but now I have to deal with the charred insides of a cast iron pan, which means that now I have to go and clean the pan, reheat it, respray it, just to cook some eggs. So the fact that I put the eggs and the rashers in at the same time meant I saved washing up liquid, I saved water, and I saved fucking 0-cal spray. So whose smart idea is it now? Ah, fucks, how does that even happen? So I will admit, the rashers look a little dead. So here we have 3 eggs, 3 rashers, a little bit of butter, a little bit of ketchup, 2 cinnamon and raisin bagels. Bon appetit. Oh man, fuck my life. That's a bit dramatic. Just dropped my phone and got egg jizz down my chin. That's all. See you later. So you might be wondering, Sean, why are you preparing your dinner in the dark? And it's a very valid question, but the fucking camera can't tolerate it when the main lights come on. And bearing in mind, my sleep has been shit. I don't know if I told you that my sleep has been pretty shit. So I'm trying to limit my exposure now that it's the evening time to massive fuck off bright northern lights inside my kitchen. Aurora Borealis? At this time of year, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen. This one's actually going to resemble a dinner because we have 2 sweet potatoes. I admittedly had to take the skin off these because this sweet potato has been sat in that cupboard since I moved in, since the 17th of November, precisely. So the skin's a little bit touch and go, so I'm peeling it to be safe. The inside seems fine. That feels quite soft. We're gonna have to cut all of that off because that's gone all mushy. It's like a witch's nose. Right, from there on, it seems fine. We're gonna have to weigh this again. All right, 315 grams of sweet potato as opposed to 380. Seems like a recipe to get my fucking hands scalded. Alright, let's flash boil those for 6 or 7 minutes. Second thing we're having is 2 chicken breasts, approximately 315 grams. Now this chicken seasoning smells unreal. This is so good, I had to turn the bright light on for this. So this is probably like the most impressive meal I have ever made on social media ever. And it wasn't even intentional. This is sweet potato that I meant to make into crunchy, crispy sweet potato chips, or chunks rather, but I over-boiled them originally and I had to make sweet potato mash. Look at the chicken. Even the way I've cut it up is fucking, I don't know, it's just, I'm so chuffed with this. There we go. Let's get a view of that. That is mint. I can't fucking wait to eat that. So this meal right here What does it take us to? It's gonna go cold by the time I fucking eat it. So what, 340 grams of chicken? I think that's what I remember it as. So that's 360 calories, 76 grams of protein. I'm gonna say about 50 calories worth of broccoli. So that leaves me with 150 calories left for the day, having already consumed 2,543 and 186 grams of protein. Bone apple teeth. Well, not yet. Fucking delicious. I'm fucking chuffed with this. I could get into cooking meat. Amazingly, we can finish off this full day of eating, this 2,700 full day of eating with a treat. But the treat's not any treat. It's like a good treat, if that makes sense. We have the luxury, considering there is precisely 157 remaining calories for today. One of these protein yogurts that I picked up in, I forget where I picked it up, 140 calories on the button, but not just that, 20 grams of protein. So this will take me, let me just scan it in real time. One snack. I've only had one snack today. This is probably the best day of eating I've ever had in my life, like the healthiest. 2,683 calories, but not all. We surpassed the threshold of 200 grams of protein, bringing it to a grand sum of 206 grams of protein. So that is a impeccable full day of eating, managed to a T, probably the healthiest day I've ever had in my life. Rounded off with a yogurt, and now for an overdue shower. That's fucking rank. I didn't sweat. Thank you for tuning in, as always. Like the video, it really helps out boosting the video. For you getting anything from Gymshark, code Sean, my protein, Sean10, and excitingly, the next 6-week challenge will be going live by the time this video is out. Information in the description, join. It is a super low level commitment to figuring out what it's like to get coached by the Vanilla Gorilla and the Vanilla Gorilla's team to get you in the shape of your life coming up to this summer. Aside from that, thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. Adios. See you in the next one. Voila.